10,
9, 8,
7,
6,
3, 2,
1.
0.
Alrighty, thank you, FireHorse. Appreciate you casting for everyone that's joining us. Got a great matchup of EMU versus Limbo. Looks like these guys played each other back on. Limbo edged them out by a little bit, 83 to 50% on Canyon, and they took it 1-0 on Quarry. So it should be exciting. Always impressed with the epic casting work of FireHorse. God, this stuff looks so good. Got a couple of excellent team logos. If I'm not mistaken, the stars in the EMU logo mean something, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the Southern Cross, and I think there's another couple of stars on there that have something to do with Asia, Malaysia, something like that. I'm not quite sure, but that is modelled off the Southern Cross anyway.
Okay, cool. No. Never fun scheduling with people from across the oceans, but always a great time playing with them. Who can't hear anything? Oh, okay. All right, like FireHorse was saying and nobody else but me was hearing, we got Limbo and EMU for the Season 4 quarterfinals in the Walker tier. If you're just joining us and you don't know their history, these two teams actually played back in April 16th. Limbo edged them out 83 to 50 on Canyon and 1-0 on a full-length Quarry. So it definitely should be a close match and a fun one to watch. Hey, look at that. Quarterfinals for Sprinter Team. We're going to see Sky playing on Sunday at 6 p.m. EST against Life. Another great match everyone should tune in for. There's some real exciting matches in the quarterfinals for the Dasher tier.
That last animation there was from Mr. V. Some quality work there. Top-notch stuff. Looks fantastic. I believe he is making out the other tiers currently, so we only have the Dasher tier at the moment to show you. That's the brackets I'm talking about for the quarterfinals, or for the whole final playoff.
I am very excited. I'm very excited to see 5 players on both teams already. Definitely seems like there's been a lot of 4v5s due to players showing up a little late or drops in these playoffs. So, wait, as I say that. Oh, we don't. I was looking at Botnik and Botneil. All right now we're still looking at a 4v4. Currently for EMU, we got Wakanda, Explosive Poet, Pixel Witch, and Drewy. And Limbo's got, as always, Lodge, Exarch, J Wretch, and Paladin Thor. Looks like they're playing somewhere, maybe Amsterdam right now based on the pings. Looks like Hodge and Thor are both red. I want to say that they're both like west coast of the Americas, but I could be wrong. Okay, excellent. Do you know what maps they're playing today? All right, Launchpad, Waterway, and Stadium. That's excellent, because last time they did play Canyon and Quarry, so nice to see them mixing it up and picking a couple of new matches, or new maps.
I actually think I've got a fly through for Launchpad somewhere. We can chuck that on while we're waiting for them to start. Something a little different.
This is awesome. Yeah, Launchpad, once they break that checkpoint, it is all about that triangle room. Holding that down and be able to push up, make group ups through there, and just stop your enemies from coming through there. So definitely think that's going to be a big key for both teams on the second half if they make it through checkpoint. Lobby area is super fun with the double flank and then the main rail coming up the middle. Lots of interesting routes, ways to get behind your enemies. And then a lot of this first half, to me, always really feels dictated by kind of that health rock position by both teams. You know, it's kind of right on that corner, and if either team can get that, they get a really nice long sight line, and then they only have to worry about the shield room for a flank. Kind of simplifies things quite a bit. Always fun to see what kind of strategies teams employ in the beginning, what mix of heavy weapons, positioning in the big house, stock ledge, all of that teams choose to do to try to get as many precious seconds as they can, slowing this cart down in the beginning. I spent about 10 minutes today on YouTube just searching best VR shooter and just going in the comments if they didn't have Hyperdash and telling them they were sleeping on this game. The mechanics of it, the visuals, I mean, everything about this game is just better than any game I've ever played before. Do you have a favorite map, FireHorse? Launchpad, nice. Ooh, I was not around when maps were colored. I came on about, I want to say about 2 months after it hit the Oculus store. My favorite map's got to be Abyss, and it is beautiful, but what I love more than anything is shooting the glass in the warm-up. Like, that noise is the best ASMR I've ever heard. Looking like this one might be a 4v4. I guess I shouldn't have said anything in the beginning. I jinxed them. I mean, it's so interesting to see the difference in team dynamics and how many players that a team will hold. You know, teams like Arc and D with less players, they get to play together all the time. But, you know, I know with Sky, even with 12, sometimes we cut it really close and being able to schedule just with kids, real life commitments, all that. So glad to see it's at least balanced, though. Some of those 4v5s are a little hard to watch. But even 4v4 is so interesting, you know. If you're a team that practices and has a lot of strats, you know, you're taking one person out of that mix, and how do you fill that spot up? You know, do you take a disruptor out? Do you take somebody watching card out? Somebody that's looking for flanks? You know, how do you rebalance 5 people's responsibilities among 4 is always an interesting challenge. Let's go. Alright, so we got some good heavy weapons set up, some shotguns set up. Let's see what Limbo can do to clear this area out and get these special weapons out of the game. Good cart clear there. Nice pick on that person hiding right behind cart. That's a good call out. Limbo so far doing an excellent job of keeping the cart moving, even though EMU is getting in behind them. They are making attacks on the cart, but Limbo always seems to have one extra person there who's ready just to dive on cart using that spawn advantage. Excellent work by them. Good kill by Hodge, keeping that shield room on lockdown, making sure no one's flanking him. Good kill by Hodge. That definitely kept the cart moving. You know, even though sometimes when you're doing those disruption routes, even if you get killed, you know, just staying alive as long as you can, ducking behind something for those extra couple of seconds allows one or two more of your teammates to get in and around cart and be ready for when they do attack, though. Nice work. Cart's empty right now. Let's see if Limbo knows. There we go. Pretty good pace to the bottom of that hill so far. They're really moving right now. I'm not as familiar with league standard times for like the bottom of the hill and the SMG bridge as I should be, but it definitely feels like they're putting a good pace on them right now. Alright, let's see what EMU can do now they got rockets set up. Definitely glad to see EMU getting some people on the cart right now. With this much time left, letting Limbo trickle in and get those little pushes are really going to hurt them. So keeping somebody on that cart, keeping rockets up is going to be key if they want to really delay them as long as they can. And maybe get the stop. Nice rockets by Drewy. Great flat hand technique. There we go. I'd really like to see EMU keeping somebody on the cart. They really had something there when they were hitting it with rockets over and over and having somebody stopping any of that trickle mode. As soon as they hop off, though, Limbo's so good at just getting on there quick and getting those couple percentage pushes over and over. A minute and 6 seconds. This really could go either way. You know, you could definitely hold this, definitely make this push. One big group up by Limbo, and they're through. Oh, a little more dancing. Oh, this might be it.
Checkpoint.
Checkpoint. Nice work by Limbo. Always an interesting consideration, you know, whether you double stack the cart at this point or if you send everyone forward and try to hold this lobby area. Ooh, Yeah, especially 4-on-4, you know, when you're double stacking, that only leaves 2 players to push up and break their group up, slow them down from picking up heavies. I would be interested, I mean, I can't imagine too many teams plan 4 because they always hope to have 5, but I wonder how many teams have contingencies for 4. Like, you know, if we have 5, we do this, but if we have 4, we're going to drop back and switch it up in these ways. You know, there's so many little intangible things you can always be working on in Hyperdash. You know, even like if your headset crashes, you know, what's the app you open and how long does it take to reset it? So many things to take into consideration that the top teams do so well too. Honda back in the sneaky spot. Let's see if he can get some kills. Maybe a car clear. Ooh, nice pick by Hodge. It's been fun to see how many more offensive rockets have been being used, and just all the different weapon pickups in general this season. You know, it's not like last season people would offensively pick up the rockets just to keep them out of the defense's hands, but this season, you know, there's loads of players that pick them up and are just doing excellent work with them. Nice shotgun work by Paladin. Ooh, can he get out of there? Yes! This is where control of that triangle room can just be so crucial for both teams. You're locking down that dash, you're picking up that health on the corner over and over. If you can lock those two things and keep them away from your enemies, it can make such a difference. You know, every time you pick up a health, that's almost just like a free life. Got to compliment Hodge on his skin choice for his pistols. How do you like the SMG buffer this season, FireHorse?
Oh yeah, I love them. I'm a big SMG user for sure.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it for long range stuff, just kind of supporting the cart. It just feels fun to have all the weapons kind of feel like they have a little bit more of a place, except for the staples now, which are very rarely picked up anymore.
Yeah, Staples is the only gold gun I don't have, but I'm working on it. I hope to have it soon.
Oh wow, they were really stacking this cart trying to get it around that corner. Good disruption by Wakanda, breaking up some of those group ups around the triangle room. At this point, I'd like to see Limbo slow down just a little bit. They had 3 players coming in with 2 just far enough behind them. They weren't quite a part of that main group up. I'd really like to see him get 1 solid push to 5 here. Or a 4, I'm sorry. We got 3. Looks like the other one's coming up fast, but they slow down on this triangle room just for a second here. And that's another one of those really small technical details. You know, when your comms are on point, you know that your team is pushing up through the triangle room. You can really run a lot faster from the spawn, knowing that you're probably not going to run into a disruptor. And that can definitely help you get caught up and keep those pushes a little bit more cohesive versus, you know, when you know you aren't in the cart and everyone's a little bit further back, it is worth it to go a little bit slower, kind of check your corners and make sure you're not getting picked off. So great push to 87.
Switching sides.
Yeah, last time on Canyon, Limbo pushed them to 83%. Let's see what EMU can do. Last time they went to 50% on Canyon. They definitely got their work cut out for them. As I say, I expect to see Hodge with the rockets. He has just been killing them with those.
Match starts.
I remember we did a scrim with them against Corey, and he was just running my day down in the tunnel with those things.
First elimination.
Every time I thought I was in a hidden position, he would just drop some rockets in there just to check, and there I was. Ooh, good pick by Wakanda, taking out the rockets early. Excellent route so far by Wakanda. Doing some really good work for EMU. Wow, that's pretty. Oh, nice. Yeah, even on those pushes, even though Wakanda died, he's definitely keeping a couple of people occupied there. Which is definitely giving a little bit more room for the cart, a little more room to breathe, fill in that space, and that's always so important. If the enemy team gives you space, absorb it. Oh, unlucky. Nice picks by Drewy. I forgot where I saw it, but somebody was saying it would be cool to have different shield skins based on color by how much damage you had reflected. Yeah, give something a little bit to the shield users that do it so well. I know I'm definitely not one of them. Oh, pretty similar timing for EMU down to the bottom of the hill.
Ooh, so how's the match going?
Hey, welcome, Paul.
I'm echoing though. They got 3 minutes to get through checkpoint.
Yeah, pretty similar pace to where Limbo made it as well. EMU was really able to slow Limbo down once they got underneath that SMG bridge. I think Limbo got checkpoint with 30 to 40 seconds left, if I'm remembering correctly.
And which server are they playing on right now? Oh.
Yeah, definitely ping advantage to EMU.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they're gonna break through
Checkpoint.
in any moment. Checkpoint, let's go.
Yeah, great sustained push by EMU on that one. Looks like we lost the quad. While he's not here, I'll hype him up for just a second. Oh, I'm going to hype him up even though he's back. Quad is one of my favorite players in the game. I can't say how much I appreciate everything he did for my team and a bunch of other teams prior to Season 3 and 4. He's always linking people up together. He's always giving out great tips and just helping wherever he can. So, super appreciate all the work that Quad does.
Oh, thank you.
It looks like we're also being joined by Texas Toast.
Hello.
By far the best version of toast out on the market right now.
Imagine consuming gluten. Imagine.
Oh, come on, it's 2022. There's got to be gluten-free Texas toast. Texas is probably serious about it, but it's out there.
Yeah, probably. There's so much gluten-free on the market now. There's like 2 aisles in the grocery store.
Yeah.
It used to be just like a corner.
Not to go into diet stuff here, but I liked it better when there was no gluten-free stuff, because then I just used to eat really, really healthy. But now that there's like delicious gluten-free options, I'm eating way more sugar than I should or want to be.
Yeah, I know. It's just rice flour and sugar.
Oh.
Oh, but we see.
Oh,
So that was a nice card clear by Paladin Thor here.
yeah.
I think the shotguns deserve an award for this season because we've seen more shotguns with payload than ever.
Yeah, they are insane.
This is a nice hold here by Limbo.
We were
Where's
talking
my boy
how
Avalanche
earlier how
though?
nice it was to have
Where
that.
is he?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear from the teams why this one was a 4v4. It seems like so many of the playoff matches this season have had a couple of players down or a player down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's due to the nature of us being volunteer players and having like holidays and schedules, graduations. It is really tough to schedule sometimes. It was very tough for me to schedule this past cycle.
Yeah, and then you throw on top of that, if you're playing a team in a different time zone, then just wreaks havoc.
Right, yeah. Well,
Guy
yeah,
will
it's
always
pretty
be
good
very
ball.
good players for that reason.
Dang.
Yeah, he's really had this place locked down. This is his hold here. I know we normally talk about teams having a triangle hold, but this is the Thor hold. It's like Thor's hammer, I guess. They cannot get on this cart. Oh, but they finally take him out, and they're going for the Rockets. Rockets are on the run. Now it's time for them to get on cart. Look, they're getting some movement
They got
now.
a really good push
They're
here.
gonna get like at least 5% out of this one.
Yep.
Oh, they still got a cart clear. They didn't get as much movement as they could have. Oh, here we go.
Oh. Yeah, they're doing it. We're doing some
Wow,
good.
look at that. They went from like, what, 70 something to 82 now?
Yeah. Oh my god. They just passed over Rocket Ridge.
So now it's, I mean, is it going to be equally easy for Thor to get those shotguns back up? He's got one.
Oh, there's two.
The shotgun pistol work this season has been incredible as well. You know, so often people would kind of hide and wait till they got their loadout, but people are grabbing one weapon and doing work with it, and then when they get a chance to go back to snagging the other one.
Oh, we see, look, they've got two on cart. He's only got one shotgun. He can't clear the whole thing yet. Nice. They need somebody standing on that cart like stat because there's only 2% to go. It's a long 2%, but there's 3 minutes left. I mean, they got to get somebody standing on that thing so they can hopefully hold this win. I feel like this is like giving me flashbacks to us versus Fix, where it was something similar. We barely scraped up that win on the launch pad.
I was getting some good picks here.
Yeah, nice disruption. He's not pushing too far forward, but they kind of take him out. He's got another disruptor up. Look at the mini map. They pretty much bust up this group up. Only two are alive to push through.
Up there, passing over bridge.
What the yellow dot on the mini map? Oh, it's a shield.
No,
I
I think
seen
the
all
yellow
that shit.
dot is who we're following.
Oh, really? Okay. Got it. I did not notice that update. Pretty cool, though.
Looks like the red has a disruptor out there. He just died.
Well, minute 26, and this could be anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, this is definitely this is a doable hold here, but it just takes one good group up. So it looks like they've only got one person by the cart.
Looks like we got a couple disruptors going and breaking that group up.
Oh, look, they just wiped them off.
They're gonna get it?
Oh!
Oh,
There it
this is
goes.
it. Oh!
It's like right there.
1
Is that it?
minute remaining.
50 seconds. I mean, they really need to see. You cannot jump off that cart. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm having a heart attack here. I can't watch. Like, don't jump
Like
off.
when you're stressed right now.
You got the group up coming in. These are disruptors, though. You gotta. I think
push,
he
all
was
they
gonna
needed
take
to
the map.
stop it.
Look,
Oh,
they
they
just
get
take.
it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Did they get it? I don't think they got it just yet. They've got 28 seconds. Did they win or not? I
Either they
can't
have
tell.
weak payload on her. That's as close can be.
I'd be screaming to my team, "Hey, get on the cart!"
Oh, okay, they definitely got it now. They clearly got it.
7, 6.
I'm sure he was excited for this win. This is a super close one, though.
2, 1.
Yeah, they're like right next to each other.
It's probably going to be 87 to 87. Jeez.
Oh my god. I hate the percents on this level, on this like area of the map.
Oh, I hate the ones with this too, but yeah, top scoring for Limbo, started 57 kills, 57 deaths, 77-68. He's got some hit rewind. Paladin Thor, though, is 64 kills on that side. And then on the Emu side, we got Wakanda showing up strong, 79 kills, 59 deaths, 98-70 in terms of points. Somehow he has yellow ping on the Sydney server, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought all, and you know, I thought all.
Wait, what did you say? Ah, okay. That makes sense.
I thought it was from Wakanda. Oh god, that's a hard sentence to say. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a server switch here. From there. I would I expect that?
Yeah, shout out all the people doing work on the cast too. All these new little features like the maps, the yellow dot for who we're watching. All the little extras have just been incredible this season. It really makes for a super, super fun watching experience.
Yeah, I know. That's Hella Arthur and Style Dev that did that. And it's definitely really convenient for casting.
Yeah, shout outs to them. Nice work. It'll definitely be interesting to see now that Limbo's got the ping advantage. Looking at their last nominations that they played against each other back on the 22nd, Limbo won 1-0 in a 25-minute quarry. But
Yeah.
quarry and waterway are extremely different. Both dominations, but so different in how they play them.
I mean, I wonder, are these teams adapted to a 4-person strategy? I don't think I even have a 4-man strategy for Waterway.
I don't think anybody has a
We were
four-man
talking
strategy.
about that before you came in. How many
Yeah.
teams have how do we spread these 5 responsibilities amongst 4 players? Because it's not something that you want to happen.
So typically for us, when we do a strategy, we make it for 4 people and assume that 1 person is dead the entire time.
Oh, you're
But
a smart guy, Todd.
we also, but if for a 4-man 4v4, that would be what, 3 people alive, 1 person dead?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do have to say I like 4v4s and 3v3s because I just feel like the servers are much nicer with fewer people playing. But there's nothing like, 5v5.
Yeah, the strategy is a bit different too. I do like the strategy of a 3x3 or a 4x4. It changes the game quite a lot, eh?
Right, yeah. You have to communicate more to your team. Your death is significantly much more important.
That's a third of the people dead right there. If you're dead.
Right. If you die, then that means you're like, somebody go to a button,
It'd probably be easier to strategize a 4v4 for Waterway than it is for Quarry, just because of the smaller map size.
Oh god, 4v4 on Quarry, that would be just a nightmare.
Oh yeah, it would just.
Be like, don't go into the tunnel. I don't care about it. I don't want to hear about it. There's no such thing as a tunnel.
Yeah, so for everyone watching, be sure to tune in this weekend. We got a bunch of good matches coming up. Hopefully they're good matches. What do we have? Tomorrow we've got Org vs. The at 5 p.m. Eastern. You got Org vs. Iron at the same time. But it looks like they need a caster. And then we got 6 versus D, the #1 seed, at I think that's 8 p.m. Eastern, or maybe 7 p.m. Eastern. And then we got some matches on Sunday. So be sure to tune in, check out Dash League Network, and then there is a match that's coming up on Dash League TV, Team Name vs. Loop on Sunday. So also check that channel out. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited for the outcome of Org vs. Iron. I'm stressed about the outcome of The vs. Arc. I'm excited to see what happens with this. I want to see who wins each tier.
Yeah, both those matchups. It'd be a shame if Org versus Iron doesn't get casted, because that's going to be an awesome match.
Yeah, I mean, they schedule at a time. I think most of the casters, your casters are like me and Castle, right? So we'll both be in a match with each other at the same time. So, and it might be at an off time. FireHorse is not available, so they kind of have to. Oh wait, he's casting our match. Yeah.
We're supposed to be told her just casting our matches.
First back and ability to cast. So good for graphic design, so bad for casting.
Yeah, but so we're closing out this season and we have the draft season coming up. Are you guys signed up for that? Are you interested, excited about it?
Been thinking about.
I am super excited for the draft league. After playing in the ball tournament, I just love mixing it up and playing with new people. I learned a bunch. I made new friends. I say draft league, let's go.
Match starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
If I get drafted on your team, just remember I complain a lot, so
First elimination.
just forgive me, please.
Just remember, I'm not that
Oh.
good.
3, 2,
Same.
1.
I actually got in an accident and broke my ankle a couple weeks ago, so I've been playing from a recliner.
Oh my god, Limbo just scored.
Oh,
Wow, nice. What a rollout.
Go.
Yeah, I mean, this must mean they have a strong rollout and EMU's not adjusted to this server, so they just kind of get caught off guard. I mean, this could be a super
I know that
quick...
Limbo's really been practicing their domination. I know they've been playing excellent on Quarry lately, and I know that they've been working on the waterway as well. And there, they just had another countdown. Here we go. Nice hold.
Oh,
No.
there we go. Second point.
Yeah, and all that work is definitely shown.
Match
Pull up
point.
this screen on my computer.
Looks like Limbo swapped out Paladin Thor for Medicinal, who's always been a really great waterway player.
Yeah, played with him earlier. He was whooping some ass.
Blue team scores in 3, 2.
Oh, here we go. Is this another point?
Down.
Oh, they
good
got
save by
counted.
Emu. They still got a bunch of people in their base, though.
Countered. Blue takes A.
So Limbo's already up 2. I think they're trying to tidy this up before the 5-minute mark. I guess with the new MMR system, I'm always like wary of the time. I'm like, how long is it taking for this match to end? But I guess it doesn't even matter because it's playoffs. They just want to win.
Red takes B. Blue takes B.
Let's see if Emu can make some adjustments and see if they can slow him down a little bit and change the pace of this game.
Blue takes A.
Yeah.
I've definitely been seeing a lot more this season of, kind of leaving one person in your base with shotguns. And then, once you're close to the countdown, having that person come out and cover B as opposed to kind of the traditional pistol sniper role.
Blue takes B.
Yeah, I think it's hard to do pistol sniping at times if your aim is not super sharp because people move so quickly now.
Yeah.
Oh, a countdown
so-
for Emu. Oh,
Oh,
Limbo gets the counter. Nice work, Medicinal.
Wakanda holding down B here.
Blue team scores in 3, 2.
Another Limbo countdown.
Oh, that's it. What a quick one. Jeez, I mean, what was that? 5 minutes? 4 minutes, 30 seconds?
Oh, definitely quick. Nice work, Limbo.
So we get to go to control point.
All right, looks like top score for Emu is Explosive Poet. Score for Limbo was Medicinal. And top killer for Emu was Wakanda with 11 and 8. And we had a couple on Limbo with 10, but Wretch was just a touch better with only 6 deaths compared to Hodges' 7. But yeah, great rollouts by Limbo. Great routes. Nice work.
Yep,
they
shout
got
out to
done.
Avalanche. What's up, homie?
It's always interesting to see, like, at the end, like, the balance between teams. The score on Limbos were all really, really close, within a couple hundred points of each other. forgot, maybe it was you, Quad, that told me this before Season 3, you know, when we were playing death matches, that we really wanted to build all of our skill levels up so that when the death match ended, everybody had at least 40 kills.
Yeah, yeah. But I think like now on my team, if you play, I mean, the role that you take pretty much determines your score. So we kind of know who's going to top score, middle score, and bottom score like before we even go into a match. And that's just the nature of the way we play. So I think some other teams have a similar situation where certain people will just always bottom score and others will top
That's
score.
a good point.
Yeah, it's just a role.
I'd like to do the opposite of a shout out for Money. He always gets such great KD because we're always spending our lives protecting him with his rockets.
Oh yeah.
So the opposite of a shout out to him. Shout out for the rest of Sky.
Do anyone know what's happening with control point these days? I saw some discussion about doing 2 control points on different servers and telling the scores.
Yeah, I think that may be the case. I think that's an option for a situation like this. It's kind of tough when you're dealing with an American team and an Australian team because the control point can come down to a flip of the coin. And I mean, if half your team is outside of the hit rewind, then you're totally screwed. So I think someone came up with a proposal to have 2 control points where you have one on the one team server and one on the other team server, and then you sort of average out the scores somehow. So I'm not sure if that's happening here.
Yeah.
But I think
that was approved by the captains, right, Quad? For this,
yeah,
for the rest of the playoffs?
That is a rule.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if you lose the coin flip, then basically you're screwed, you know, in terms of control point. If you have 2 evenly matched teams.
Yeah. And a lot of these playoffs matches have been going down to control point.
Yeah, which is what you want to see. You want to see some nice, strong matches at the end of the season.
Over.
Like Wakanda's ready. Avalanche is confirmed. Oh, looks like Avalanche is in now. Looks like they did another swap.
Match starts in 3, 2, 1, go. First elimination. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point.
I was holding that button.
So we see Limbo kind of off to a strong lead here.
No, it's good to have that lead in the first 30.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of strategies teams come up with because winning by a lot is gonna, you know, it's more like MMR again now that you're playing 2 because you're gonna be averaging them out. You know, just winning by a little bit on your server might really put you in disadvantage when they go back to Sydney.
Yeah, you have to win by a lot on your server, and you want to win on both. I mean, my question is, if you play both, right? What if you're the Sydney team and you win on the American server? Does that mean you have to not do the other one?
Looks like a 10-point difference right now.
Yeah, it's looking like both teams are kind of just coming into the button, throwing themselves on, sort of leaving. Doesn't really look like you have either team really setting up for too long around the button. I think in this map, sometimes we have, it's like it's control point, right? So some people kind of focus on the control part where they set up and don't emphasize the button. And then you have other teams that just neglect the control part and just focus on the point part. So they just kind of jump on the button, but you really need both the control and the point to do well on this. I wonder if there's going to be any specialty weapons, like any shotguns or rockets, because we've seen a few instances of both, and SMGs too.
Yeah, SMGs are really prominent on this map.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with the ping difference, the SMGs can be pretty critical because it's 6 bullets to kill a person, and the ping difference will not allow you to hear the first 3. So by the time you hear it, there's only 3, and it's just like boom, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's looking like a pretty
forgot-
pistol.
Yeah. Limbo going away.
I forgot who it was, Quad, that Dove played this year, but Cream had such a great game on control point. I think it was 3 or 4 weeks back. He was just on the button the whole time, just doing work. Yeah, that was an incredible performance by him. I mean, what a control point. He did so good on that. Just hitting on the button and getting killed all day long.
Yeah, he's very cracked like that.
He was controlling and pointing.
Has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point.
EMU is gonna have to fix something right here to get this lead back.
Has captured the control point.
Yeah, I mean, if this is this the New York server, or is this the American
This is New
server?
York.
Or yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be difficult for them. Yeah, they're all pretty much outside of the hit rewind. I think they're probably all over 200. So I mean, that means that the only way they're really gonna get kills is if the person is standing still or moving in a straight line. So if we're looking at the kills here.
It'd be interesting to get into their mindset right now. They know that they've got another one, or potentially have another one coming up on their server. So, how desperate are they getting at this point? Being a little over 50 behind, almost 60. Yeah.
I mean, I probably would have some SMGs set up if I were the high ping players, because you can really sort of like peek kill them with the SMGs. Take advantage of that ping difference.
Red team has captured the control point.
But I mean, it's kind of hard to think of this in the when you're on the fly.
Blue team has captured the control point.
Yeah, because usually.
And talking about intangibles, this whole map, that's just one more of those things. Having your rollouts, having your routes, having contingencies planned out ahead of the map, so that way when it does happen, you can call out a plan and everyone kind of knows what's going on, as opposed to having to come up with those things on the fly when you're stressed out.
Red team has captured the
Yeah, I think for teams that scrimmage together a lot and encounter a lot of interesting circumstances, they don't really need that forethought because they just are accustomed to playing with each other and they can think of it. But I think for teams that don't scrimmage as much, having a plan is really kind of important because you don't really have as much experience.
Yeah. I mean, that's a super similar position that Sky is in. I don't think we had more than 2 scrimmages a month this season. But, everyone plays a lot on their own, so having those write-ups and kind of giving people roles and telling them, okay, if this happens, this is what we're going to do. If this happens, here's how we're going to react has been super crucial anytime that we have one.
Blue team has captured the control point.
I mean, last summer, my team, we scrimmaged almost every day, sometimes twice a day. But once the school year starts, it's very difficult to manage getting 5 together.
Yeah,
And so,
really hard.
yeah, if you scrim us, it's going to be a collection of random NCL and M subs. So you might get 4 of us. You might have 4 card pitches and 1 disruptor. You might have 5 disruptors. You might have Frack's little brother who's 10. You might have Flippy. You never know what you're going to get when you scrimmage us.
Red team has captured the control point.
We actually, in the beginning of the season, were scheduling scrims just 2v2s against other teams just to kind of build up our teamwork. And that was a lot of fun.
Blue team has captured the control point.
Oh yeah, so Limbo's at 250
They're about
now.
double score right now.
Blue team
Yeah, they've clearly dominated this match. I mean, there's
No doubt about it.
a possibility that EMU might not even get to 150. So, I mean, clearly, it would take a miracle, 2 or 3 of them dropping, I think, for EMU to win at this point. but
Blue
I
team
mean, they
has
can fight for
captured
every
the
point
control
possible because it's gonna
Red team has captured
be
the
important
control
on
point.
there when
Blue
it comes to
team
the other
has
match.
captured the control point. Red team has captured
They'll have the ping
control
advantage
point.
there, but
Blue team
Limbo
has captured
was
the
keeping
control
up with
point.
them on the Sydney server.
Red team has
Still a very
captured
close
the
match
control
despite the
point.
ping difference.
Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control
Emu's
point.
diving in there every
Blue
chance they
team
get,
has
but it
captured
does
the
look like
control
Limbo's
point.
starting to get a little bit of a defense set up. They're holding the button down. They got some people in sight line.
Ooh, nice headshot by Avalanche here.
Has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the
Look it
blue
up.
team wins.
Yeah. Oh, Emu got exactly 150. And we can see, wow, looking at the kills here. I mean, Avalanche, 33 kills, 17 deaths. Jay Wretch, 34 kills, 24 deaths. Nice job. On the Emu side, we got Explosive Poet leading with the leading with the points, and then Wakanda, of course, leading with the kills. All right, so I guess we're going back to Sydney, and we'll see what happens on this second control point.
That's one of my favorite parts of DR, just how emotive it is and like how many things you can do with your character that are just so expressive.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure how we calculate the score for two control points. Do we just add them together?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just we add them together.
And there's no averaging, no time? I mean, the score is the time, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, if Limbo can get 151, they should take it.
yeah, true.
This is assuming that they agreed to play two.
I think most teams want to do two now because I mean, it's really unfortunate to see a team lose based on a coin flip when you have two evenly matched teams. You know, imagine you flip and it's just like, okay, look at the draw, you lose this match. I feel like that's not really like what a what a sports match is all about. So
Yeah, ESPN Coin Flipping Championship 2022.
right, yeah, and so I'm actually kind of this season my philosophy is more like you should be good as a team on all maps. So I really like the idea of pre-planned maps per cycle. You know, like cycle 1 is like Quarry and Canyon, cycle 2 is like Abyss and Launchpad, and so on and so forth, where you cycle through all the maps. And I just really like something like that because at the beginning of the cycle you already know what maps you're going to play, so you can get ready for it and you don't have to split and haggle back and forth over maps and whatnot. And I also like it because we get to see the meta evolve on the maps that are kind of underplayed more
Hell
throughout
yeah.
the season.
I reckon that's what should happen is every team should have to play every other team on every map, not just the ones you choose. I mean, that's how you find a good team, isn't it? They've got to be able to be competent on all of the maps.
Instead of just certain maps.
Right,
just like
yeah,
it for the
because
fact
you
that
have some
anything-
teams that are like one-trick ponies. They have that, you know, they can rock out their Launchpad and Quarry, and they just will like let's go Launchpad Quarry, Launchpad Quarry. But on all the other maps, you know, not as good.
anything that cuts down on negotiations, I'm 100% for.
I know it's so
It takes so
annoying when you have
long.
to try to like balance it out. Some teams are really easy. I gotta say, one of the easiest negotiations I ever had was with what was it, Styx, Rembrandt. It was super easy, even though he was in the most different time zone than me. I think we got that wrapped up in like 10 minutes.
Looks like Limbo only has 3 people. Did they draw somebody?
It looks like they lost Avalash.
I mean,
Oh,
oh,
I guess there
Exarch
is.
is back. Okay, yeah. I think Avalish's ping on New York is 150, so I don't think there's any way he could play on this server.
Also, yeah, I would shout out all of the, Aussie, New Zealand teams. Awesome people, always easy. The time zone's always hard to work with, but everything else super easy. I also appreciate your attitude, Quad. Anytime you're playing a team that you think you have the advantage over, you just kind of let them pick everything. Always thought that was a very classy move by you.
I don't know if I made that up or if Team Name did that to us and I just copied them.
Well, Percent's a classy guy too, so I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, because I think whenever we play Team Name, they just let us pick everything.
Well, that's like, if you can't beat somebody at everything, are you really the best? If you have to win through negotiations, if you have to win through coin flips, it always leaves that question in the back of your head, like, did we win?
Exactly, yeah, and I have been lately just tending more towards like let the other team pick the maps, just because it's like, bro, we need to. We can't say we're good if we can't beat the other team on their map.
I forget. There's a guy named Theta who does really great strategy videos on VR for Onward, and he always talks about that. He's like, yeah, like everybody knows our strats. We put them out there. All our matches are casted, and we're the best because you can see what we're gonna do, and we're still gonna do it to you. It's just like Mike Tyson. You knew he was gonna get in close, and you knew he was gonna knock you out. Emu's definitely getting a good head start on this one, but I don't think it's going to be enough quite yet. They really got to really dominate him here if they want to take this.
Yeah, beating the team by half is really hard.
Yeah, it really changes things for Limbo of your goal going from 300 to 151.
Yeah, but you see, they're still able to keep up. The lead is, within 20. They were just like 10. It's 10 now, right? Creeping up to 15. So Limbo definitely doing a good job despite the ping difference here.
Still surprised I haven't seen any SMGs.
I know.
Yeah.
They gotta pick them up.
Just for the fact that it saves your fingers. Oh yeah, I mean, if you log in and I'm playing rockets or SMGs, you're like, oh, tired birdFever. He doesn't want to pull the trigger a bunch.
Just once.
Yep, hold it down, up back.
I do like rockets. I've been playing around with them a lot lately. SMGs, though, I just can't commit to getting them. It's like that initial recoil just gets me, and I haven't been able to break through.
Yeah, I always like trying to learn rockets. They're like they can't learn, but I'm really like wanting to be good at them because all these are good rocketeers. They can like, get many like four people off a cart.
EMU starting to run away with it. They've gotten the lead up to 30 now. They're past 100, so if they can keep this momentum up, they might be able to pull out a win.
Oh, we got a shotgun.
I'm cheering for my boys at Limbo tonight. I love Avalash, and I love Jay Retch. Tawi, where are you, buddy? Miss you. But
What were you gonna say?
EMU's the underdog, so you kind of want to see them win.
Yeah, I kind of want to see both these teams win.
Limbo's crawling back into it, though. They're really cutting that lead back down again.
Yep.
They're only 50 points away from a win right now.
Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point.
Both teams prioritizing this button. You can see that pile of dead bodies there in the middle.
Yeah.
Wakanda pulling away a little bit with this lead.
Blue team has captured the control point. Red team
Looks like
has
Limbo's got a
captured
grip
the
up. They got a
control
decent
point.
setup around the button now. You
Blue
can see
team
that.
has captured the control point.
Limbo only needed 30 minutes. Yeah.
Red team has captured the control point.
Definitely controlling
Blue
this
team
area.
has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point.
Oh, this has got to be stressful for Limbo.
The control
You're
point.
20 points away.
Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Limbo's definitely on track
Red
to
team
win.
has captured the
It
control
would take a
point.
miracle for them to lose. Like, they would have to have two people drop at the same time or something like that. Because they've got just like 10 more to go.
Red team has
Yep.
captured the control point. Blue team has captured the
Well,
control
let's
point.
see.
Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue
You missed the
team
button.
has captured the control point. Red team has captured the control point.
There it is.
Blue team
Yeah.
has captured the control point.
So officially,
Red team has captured the control point.
EMU has won. I mean, Limbo has won.
Has captured the control
Yeah, Emu!
Red team has captured the control point.
Congratulations to
Blue team
Limbo.
has
Well played.
captured the control point.
Yeah, they had a lot of good plays out here too. Especially that waterway. Done really quickly.
Yep. That waterway was incredible. Like I was saying, they've been doing such great work on dominations lately.
Red team
It's fun
has
to watch.
captured the control point. Blue team has
Ooh, some
captured the
staples.
control point. Red team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has
Staples are such a
captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point.
This is embarrassing. I don't even know where the staples are, the staple pickups are at on this map.
Blue
Me
team
either.
has
I don't know
They're
they're
not that useful now.
But yeah, I think they're in the spawns of players. Like right below where the SMG
Just to the
spawns
right
on
of
this
the
map
split.
here.
Blue team has captured
Yeah.
So when they
the
buffed the
control point.
SMGs, I had to take a minute and walk through each map and be like, where the hell are these even at?
Blue team has captured the control point.
In the
Wait,
corner.
there's no way you have to walk through Canyon to find SMGs. They're literally
Blue
everywhere.
team has captured the
Okay,
control
Canyon was the
point.
one I didn't have to.
Red
But like
team
Yeah,
Abyss,
Canyon-
I had to go find them on Launchpad. On Launchpad, they're so easy to get, but I didn't like really realize where the second one was above that
Red
spawn.
team has captured the control point. Blue team has captured the control point. Red team has
I
captured
say, where's
the
their second
control
SMG there?
point. Blue team
So you weren't around
has captured
birdFever when the old staples were in existence, but it was sort of like the line for the ladies' room line, basically, to get staples on every map.
Red team has
We have
captured
SMGs
Yeah,
here?
because then there was no
Blue team
drop off,
has
right, for the
captured
damage.
control point.
Right, yeah, and they have
Red team
significantly
has
lower
captured
recoil
the
than
control point. Blue team
the
has
SMGs.
captured the control point.
Yeah.
Red team has captured
The SMGs were better for up close
Blue
fighting,
team
and the
has
staples were better
captured
for
the control
long
point.
range, which was
Red
kind of
team
weird.
has captured the control point.
Oh, how the times have changed.
Blue team has captured the control
Yeah, they
point.
definitely can buff the staples a little
Red
bit, make
team
them work
has captured
picking
the
up
control
again.
point.
Yeah, there's some like
Please.
sane people that actually use them.
Please buff the staples so everybody's pistol aim can go back to garbage like it used to be.
What would you suggest for a buff for staples to make them more competitive?
Blue
Wow,
team
look at this.
has
Less than
captured
5
the
points. I've
control
clawed
point.
back that lead.
Red team
Wow,
has
if Limbo could pull up a win on both, that would be kind of
Blue
insane.
team has
Yeah,
captured
they
the
are.
control point.
Sydney servers are
Red team
terrible,
has
and
captured the
pulling out a win
control
with that is
Blue
pretty.
team has captured the control
impressive.
point. Red team has
So
captured the
Sydney is
control
like,
point.
those are kind of tough, but I don't mind Hong Kong. And when we had Singapore
Blue
servers, I
team
like
has
the Singapore
captured the
ones as
control
well.
point.
I don't think it was around when the Singapore one was here.
It's like in the old days.
The control point. Red team has captured the control
Back in
Remember
the
that time
Aren't there
when-
like
Team
secret?
has captured
Aren't there
the control
secret
point.
Chinese servers that we
Red
don't have
team
access
has
to?
captured the control point.
I don't think they're
Blue
secret,
team
but
has
yes,
captured the control point.
that's true.
Well, not secret, but not available through the Quest 2.
Blue team
I wonder
has
if the
captured
Chinese
control
player
point.
base has discovered the phrase hit reg yet.
Red team has captured the control point.
Post
Blue
dash.
team has
How do you say
captured
that
the
in
control
Chinese?
point.
I want to know.
Red team has captured the
I
control
want to know
point.
if they have
Blue
a
team has
forum to
captured the
discuss
control
this.
point.
You know,
Red team has
are there
captured the
are there
control point.
threads filled
Blue
like
team
hours
has
with
captured
complaints?
the control point.
Jeering.
If I knew how to pronounce Mandarin, I would look up how to say skill is right now and drop it on you. Oh, and Emo takes it. Emu takes it.
Take
Nice
that
work,
one on
Emu.
Has captured the
Yeah,
control
Emu
point.
takes its control point, but Limbo wins, of course.
And they're still only 20 points away from the win.
Nice work by both teams. We got Jay Retz as top scorer for Limbo. We got Exarch as their top killer at 39. For Emu, Explosive Poet at almost 12,000. And Wakanda for their top scorer at 44. Great playing to both teams. That was super fun to watch.
I think EMU will be glad they took the win on that last map, even though they didn't win the match.
Ooh, look at this. We got Avalash in the booth with us. So, how are you feeling after that?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Oh, how do you guys feel as a team about that win?
Oh, awesome. What else can I say? Like, we got the W, and now we have another game to play. And then the finals, and then the trophy, and that's it.
And you guys, you sound confident about getting the trophy. Are you like,
Yeah,
you feel like you're gonna take it?
yeah. It's clear what we gotta fix on the payload, but on dominations maps, we've been doing good. So yeah.
That's cool. So the payload, you guys lost that by like what, an inch or two? I mean, it was super close. Did you guys talk about like what you guys could have done to possibly have won that? I mean, because that was so close. It's like if you change maybe 2 or 3 things down the line,
Yeah.
you might have won.
That's what I mean. Like, I was watching the first part. The second part, I was warming up for to join on the waterway, because I cannot, like, it's impossible. It's already hard for me to play on New York or in any server, but on Sydney it's impossible. There is no way for me. So I was warming up on the second part, so I couldn't see. But for the first one, we need to group up better. I could see that clearly, and I think that's gonna make a lot of difference when we play the next match.
Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping in. Congrats on your win and good luck in your quest for, is this Walker Champions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good luck.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
All right, guys, be sure to tune in this weekend on Dash League Network for the upcoming matches. Should be some exciting ones. Hopefully not any boring stomps or anything like that. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you're new, check us out, dashleague.games. It's got the links to the Discord. It's got our matches. You can check out the players and the stats and all kinds of good stuff. Any last words, guys?
Not
Yeah,
really.
I want to do a quick shout out for Odd and the entire team and that does all the HD in depth videos. You know, I was telling my brother yesterday, 6 months ago, if I was getting killed by somebody and it was an alias, I would know who it was when I looked it up. And there's so many more better players out there, and I really think that's because all the content that's being pushed out there to help raise the level. So shout out to anybody putting out educational videos. Much appreciated.
Yep, that is Flippy, me, Percent, QuestX, probably a couple more that I'm forgetting, but Bueller helps out a lot too.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys are doing excellent work.
Yeah. Thanks for you,
All right.
FireHorse, for casting this match. See you guys later.
Peace.